Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Uh, Now I'm going to start my first program in C++. This is my C++ IDE. This is DevCpp, and it is an open source IDE and is considered one of the best C++ IDEs. It is fully featured graphical IDE and is used for Windows as well as console-based applications. You can see DevCpp 5.11 version written on the top left side of the page. This is easily available on internet. You can directly download it, or else I'll share a link of downloadable file on my course page. You can click on that link and you can download it from there also. Okay, now how you will start writing your program. This topmost bar is called menu bar. From this menu bar, click on this file button, click on this new button, and click on this source file. Click on file button, then new button, then source file. Okay, now this is your text editor. The blinking line you can see here is the cursor or insertion point. Okay, from here your program will start writing. Now the first line that I'm going to write, / my first C++ program. This / and after / the written code or written string or anything shows that this is a non-executable statement. This is called comments, and comments are just explanatory statements. They just tell the reader that what you are going to do or what you are going to create. They are non-executable command. Okay, they have no effect on the code. Now the first line of the program, hash include iostream. Again I am putting comments. This is called preprocessor directives. What are these? These are preprocessor directives. Okay, these are used to indicate a header file at the beginning of the program. Processor directive is not a normal program. It is instruction to be executed by CPU. It is a code for the compiler to include a header file with your program. Okay, now what is the effect of this line? The effect of the line is to copy all the contents of this iostream header file into the program and make them available for use. Almost all C++ program perform IO operations. So generally this header file, that iostream, is included in all the C++ program. Okay, this iostream contains all the C input and output functions in its library. Okay, next to this line I'm going to write using namespace std terminator. This semicolon is known as terminator here. Okay, now what this line has effect. Consider a situation where we have two persons with the same name, any name like Amina, in the same class. Whenever we need to differentiate them definitely, we would have to use some additional information along with their name, like either their area, if they live in a different area, or their mother or father name. The same situation can arise in your C++ applications. For example, you might be writing some code that has a function called XYZ, and there is another library available which is also having the same function XYZ. Now the compiler has no way of knowing which version of XYZ function you are referring to within your code. A namespace is designed to overcome this difficulty and is used as additional information to differentiate similar functions, classes, variables within the same name available in different libraries. Using namespace, you can define the context which names are defined. In essence, a namespace defines a scope. Okay. But one more important thing about this namespace, that it is a bad practice with the long program. It is acceptable with the small programs but not with the long programs. Okay. Now the next line that I'm going to write is main. This main function is actually the start of the execution. It is main function is same like the main gate of your school. Suppose you are a student of grade second year, first year, 9, 10th, or which class, in which class you are studying, you must have to enter the main gate of the school to access your class. Same, if your compiler will search for the main function to execute first. Okay. After this main function, there are curly brackets known as delimiters. They show the boundary of the program, the start of the boundary and end of the boundary. Okay, this is the boundary of main function. Okay, now I am writing a small code. Cout, this is my first CPP program. This is my first CPP program. Now, what is this cout? Cout statement is used to output text or values on the screen. This cout statement is used, cout. It is used to print text or values on the screen. Okay, this is the syntax for cout statement. Write cout in small letters. No, in C++ language, all the variables, all the reserved words are in small letters. Okay. Then this insertion operator, this is known as insertion operator. And then this is my first CPP program. This is a string. Whatever you want to write in quotation marks, it will print as it is. Okay, I wrote here, this is my first CPP program, so it will be printed as this is my first C++ program. Then a statement terminator. Statement terminator is same like the full stop in your English. After every sentence you put a full stop that shows the end of the sentence. Same in C++ statement we write terminator that shows the end of the program. Okay, cout is your output. It will print whatever you have written in this quotation marks or within the variable that we will discuss in later. It will print on the screen. Now what you are going to do, file, save. I'm going to save it on that specific folder that I have created in second year C++ programs. Okay, chapter number 3. D my CPP programs, chapter number 3, and here my first CPP program. Okay, save it. And now from this execute menu bar, compile and run. Now this is written, this is my first CPP program. Okay, now practice it and